let's say if we do another Shoomathon, okay, and then we get the EEG, then you probably need like so much data for this though. But like, what if you got a lot of different people's brain activity while they're doing certain things, like certain games and stuff? I wonder if that can, and then correlate it to like actually playing the game. And then if you can like take that data, if you can run it through machine learning and then generate a new pattern of activity, is it possible even to apply that to neuro? Yes, you could, but like, I don't know if that would even help, right? So for example, I asked Vedal about like fighting games and like a big thing was latency, but like, what if that could help with that? I don't know if it could. I'm just talking out of my ass, dude. Talking out of my ass, dude. Talking out of my ass. Okay, like
latency D's nuts.
Okay. Theoretically with that, because you know the speed in which a person processes things, aka through their brainwaves, would be a lot faster. And when it comes to EEGs, it is faster in terms of getting an electrical activity, but from like the surfaces of your brain. So if you took those brainwaves and you had like a bunch of people use an EEG, but then like that's part of it. First of all, finding a bunch of people to get an EEG and doing a certain task, okay? And then putting all that information into machine learning. You need a ton of training data for that. That's already seemingly impossible. And then if you get that, then like for that specific task though, you know? If you had the slammers all equip EEGs, So it would just be, okay, all right, slammers, I'm gonna mail you a $3,000 piece of equipment. Put it on your head. I mean, I guess what if you like did a lot of, you could just have EEG on while talking to Neuro and she gets the data so she could shit talk you. It's kind of funny. I don't get it. Okay, so let me tell you.
To quote Neuro, don't let ethics stop you now. JK, regardless, it would still be cool for you to talk with the twins about biology and neuroscience.
It would be cool.
It would be an interesting topic for the twins to learn about.
I think I would really like to. I'm just too nervous to ask Vedal, honestly. I'm like, I thought about it. Even like a while back when Ellie was playing GeoGuessr with Neuro, and Neuro was like, oh my gosh, I want to like talk about the brain and stuff. And then Ellie plugged me. She was like, oh my god, well, I know a neuroscientist, Shoomimi. And then she kind of like set it all up. And then she was like, you know, and then it was like kind of go time for me to be like, hey, Vedal, want to do this? But then I was like, but I just dropped out. Dude, I was like, well, I just dropped out, guys. I just dropped out, okay? I don't think the data would be useful for an AI to train on since it's only surface level brain activity. I mean, yes, but it's like the way you fire your brain activity, the pattern of firing when you do certain things.
That we can't grow a brain.
It's the pattern of it, right?
So how about we repurpose the existing brain 40K style?
Map brain activity pattern to inputs. Yeah, exactly. Do you think giving Neuro a human brain would induce dysphoria? Okay, well, if let's say theoretically we could create a human brain that like works like a human brain does, right? Are we just like implanting everything Neuro knows into this brain and it becomes her brain, you know? And then like, does she have the same kind of senses? Does she have like a body that she can sense things with? Like all these different questions, you know? If the AI was modeled to follow patterns generically from the brain activity. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if we could get a pattern of activity, I mean, that's crazy. And it probably won't even help. But one day I would like to have an EEG and like, there's a lot of open source stuff about it and like code to map like your brain activity to playing a game. I think that'd be just really cool for people to do.
The company I work for developing a couple parts of a robot body for a certain automotive company I am not at liberty to name.
Interesting. That'd be super fun on stream, but it's just very expensive and also would take a lot of time. That's why it was like a subathon goal, like the most expensive one. But honestly, I'm scared right now because I have a lot of stuff that I have to do still. And I do not want to be a brain who promises stuff and doesn't deliver. So I want to deliver all of the promises I have promised. It's taking a while. Yes. Excuse me. I promise I will deliver them.